Courthay Park is situated in Roby on the border between Liverpool and Knowsley. The Cardiac Rehab Walking Club was established in September 2005. The walk was set up by Broad Green Hospital, Liverpool Walking for Health and Knowsley Council. The event has an average of 20 to 30 walkers each week. Today's event was actually comprising of 36 walkers. All of these walkers seem to get not just the health benefit from walking, but also enjoy the social side, which keeps them coming back every week in all weather conditions.
They only go in the front.
How did you find out?
I found out through the doctor's surgery at Huyton Health Centre, who had leaflets on the reception desk, and husband and I decided that we would try it because we needed to get out a bit more, and walking on your own is not as easy as walking with a group.
How long have you been taking part in this?
About 6 months now, yes.
Can I ask you what the benefits are? What benefits have you?
Well, I feel better in myself. I'm fitter, I've lost some weight, and also I've met a lot of new friends, and so it's social as well as, you know, getting fit and stuff, yeah. And I did come with my husband mainly because he's got problems and he feels a lot better, except he's got a bad knee at the moment. You can cut that. Yeah.
Can I ask, which bit of the park did you find of most interest? Which bit do you like walking through?
Well, all of it really. The little bit where we go round the garden, we go, you know the one we mean, where we go round twice, yeah. The sunken garden, where the magic tree, which is what my children called it at one time, the fairy tree or the magic tree, which is now being more or less chopped down.
Is that the big one, the old
the
one?
Big old one, yeah. So, yeah, but I like all of the park because it's local to me. I don't live very far, so I've always come here, yeah.
Just during this walk and being in that garden you talked about before?
Yeah.
Do you get any memories coming back?
Yeah, memories with my own children and also my grandchildren. Because as I say, because it's so near, it's so easy to get to. We can walk here. It's there is a lot of memories. I've lived around this area for a long time, so yeah.
What would you say to anyone thinking of doing this particular walk?
Well, I would tell them to do it. As a matter of fact, the lady in the blue I was walking with, I sort of picked her up on the way round 2 weeks ago. She asked me were we a walking group, and I said yeah, and she said oh, and I said come and join us. So she does, and she comes now every week. So yeah, I would recommend it.
How did you find out about this event?
It was recommended as part of the rehabilitation programme from Broad Green Hospital.
How long have you been taking part?
Now 2.5 years altogether now.
What are the benefits of doing this event for you?
Well, mainly physical, and also there's a very good social side to the walks as well, and the group are very closely knit together, very friendly. And Karen, I must mention Karen, she's a very good leader.
That's Karen Brady?
Karen Brady, yes, yeah.
Which part of the park or walk do you find of most interest? Which bit do you like in the park itself?
I think it's watching the rose garden come into fruition, for want of a better word, as the seasons progress. You know, it's very nice then.
Just doing the walk, bring back any memories of the area or your life, or anything similar to doing things like this in the past?
Well, we lived about half a mile away 30 years ago, and I was never aware of the park except the frontage on the main road until I started doing the walk. And since I've started doing the walk, I've seen so much more of the park. It's really interesting, you know. I didn't even know there was a bowling green here, and I was surprised when it was pointed out there was a bowling green there as well, you know. It's very good, very good.
What would you say to anyone taking up this event, doing this event? What would you say to them?
certainly come along and realise that you can go at your own pace, and you will be able to speak to a wide variety of people with different interests as well, you know. Very good.
What changes do you think could be done to improve this event? Longer, shorter, or different paths?
Well, for me it's just about right, but most of the group do go on a second walk around the park.
So what would you say to anyone thinking of doing this event, taking this type of exercise, or coming to the park and doing it?
Certainly get involved, certainly get involved. Don't let the weather put you off either, because it's still enjoyable. And when it's over, when the walk's over, we go into the cafe, and it's another little social occasion where we have a cup of tea and some biscuits together, and it's very nice, it's very enjoyable.
How did you find out about this event?
Well, my cousin Ronnie Kermode, he introduced me to these walks, and I'm very glad that he did so.
Can I ask, how long have you been taking part?
Just 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yes.
So you're
I'm very new to it, yes.
Yeah. What are the benefits for you?
Well, I've even after the first day, I felt the benefits immediately. Because being out in the fresh air, meeting people, mixing with different people from different walks of life, and it's most interesting, and I love being outdoors.
Which part of the park do you find of most interest? Which bit do you like walking through or seeing?
Well, initially, when you come into the park, I think it's beautiful, that road, the way it bends round and all the greenery and all the trees, and people are out walking their dogs, and people have got children with them, and this is something lovely to see, because children very often are stuck in their bedrooms playing with these Game Boys. You know what it's like now, and they're missing out on so much nature. That's how I feel anyway.
Does this walk bring back any memories?
Well, as a young girl, going back a little time, I used to come here on my bike and cycle round, and it has changed over the years, obviously, for the better. So yes, it does promote memories from the past, yes.
Thank you. And I was going to say, have you noticed any changes in the park since you started walking 3 weeks ago? I don't think it's changed too much, but going backwards in time, that you just talked about, coming back in years, what do you notice that's changed since many, many years ago?
Well, this building over here where we can get our refreshments here, that wasn't here, that's new. And also there's a shop and a cafe which you can go in to have a drink and chat with your friends.
Would you recommend this type of event in the park?
Oh, absolutely, without doubt, yes, the most marvellous thing, especially if you like being out in the fresh air and you love nature. I think, as I say, going back to young children, I think they're missing out on an awful lot. I really do.
Would you say if there are any changes that could be made to the event, make it longer or shorter, or go different paths, or it's just about like
well, I think we do that anyway, because we've got people with heart conditions, and we've got people with circulation problems, and some people can walk faster than other people, so it's left very much to the individual. It's not a route march. If you want it to be a route march, by all means, fine. But it's just lovely to be outside and meeting people and chatting. Right.
Dorothy.